Hi, hello, welcome to Letham Trading. Now we are going to see Nifty backtesting for the month of November 2023. So before going to the backtesting, we'll see what are our indicators. The first indicator we use is CPR. See, this is CPR. This is a top CPR, this is bottom CPR, and this is central CPR. And we will use Camarilla setup. The points above CPR are called H3, H4, and the points below CPR are called L4 and L3 and L4. Sometimes H3 or L3 will be inside the CPR, and that will indicate a direction of the market. And we sometimes use this 20 EMA for a retracement trade, and most probably we'll complete a trade in the morning itself. If we can't see any of the setup in the morning itself, we'll just avoid taking a trade. And we have certain rules based on the day, whether it is a Monday, Tuesday, or a Wednesday, and according to that we'll take a trade. And we'll move on to the first day of November. See, the first day of November is a Wednesday. Most probably on Wednesday the market will try to be uh, on a single direction. When L3 or H3 will be inside the CPR, it will take a single direction. And if it is a wide CPR, see the distance 19,100 to 150, so mostly it is 150 points. It's a very wide CPR, so taking a trade will become it's not easy to take a trade in a wide CPR, because your stop loss, of course you may hit your target, but sometimes your stop loss will become very big. So we'll observe where the market's direction is. If you can't take a trade, we'll just observe the market. See, we don't have a strategy to take a trade at this point, right? So in the initial time of the market, we didn't have any of the setup to take a trade, and we'll observe how the market is reacting. See the reaction at L3. We'll see a price action at L3, right? So it has clearly breaking this L3. So since it is a Wednesday graph, we are not onto the call side. Mostly when it is on at the L3, we'll take a call position. It is a reversal from this L3. Since it is a Wednesday, mostly it will try to be on the same direction, but we can't take a trade just by breaking this L3, because it may have a swing moves. It's a retracement, right? So we don't take a trade according to that setup. And of course this is the place where you can think about taking a put position after breaking L3, and your target will only be up to L4. See, of course it is almost 18,980, right? So 19,982. So 30 points booking in option is possible with that. So if you see here, time, it's a 1 o'clock in the morning. We'll think about taking a trade. If it is a wide CPR, we'll have a chance at the morning or at the afternoon session, not in between the market. And we'll move on to the next day. See what day it is. It is a Thursday graph, right? And it is a wide CPR, of course, 19,000 to 19,040. It's almost a wide CPR only, and it is a huge gap up, and it opened above H5. So we don't have a price action, and we'll wait for this 20 ms. See, we kept this 20 ms for this type of trade. Since it is a wide CPR and it is a huge gap up, we'll see 20 ms retracement and have a price action at that point. See this, it's, if it is a wide CPR, it is out of Camarilla points, and will have a pure price action. See this, it is a clear swing formation in the top, right? So taking a trade, it should cross this level. So if you take a trade, it may not be possible for the market to reach and break this swing. So not taking a trade is a good idea for this Thursday graph. And again on Friday, it is a gap up. Mostly on Friday, if it is gap up and In the daily time frame, if it is above 200 EMA, it will most probably sustain that gap up. Okay, yes, of course it has sustained above that 200 at that gap up, but we can't take a trade because it is a huge gap up and we don't have a clear entry point. And we'll see how this November is very tough to take trades because of this huge gap ups. And again on Monday it is a gap up and it is above H5. So we don't of course we don't take a trade if it is a huge gap up. And see this 200 EMA, it is a 200 EMA reversal, right? So it is a point where you can think about taking a call position if you are okay to take a trade. And see the graph on Tuesday. This is the opening, right? And it is breaking the CPR. So this is a area where we can take a clear trade setup. And of course the market has without retesting, it has clearly reached L4. So if you take a call at L4, you will have a trade up to top CPR. And observe the distance 350 to 450 points. So if you take a trade, you will be getting 20 at least 20 points. And that's the trade. Otherwise we can't take a trade, right? And of course it is a ascending CPR. And on 8th it's going to be Wednesday. So up to this we don't have a price action actually. What is our price action? If it breaks H4, we'll take a trade. Otherwise we don't think about taking a trade. So it is a no trade day. See, if you feel like it is a breaking of H4, it's almost 2 o'clock and we can't take a trade, we'll just avoid taking a trade. And next day is Thursday. And on Thursday it is an uptrend CPR and it is opening is above the CPR and it is breaking the CPR. And observe how it will react. This is a point, it is showing a volatile market, and if you just avoid taking a trade, it's fair enough. And on 10th it is Friday. On Friday and it is gap down, right? So it is a typical trade to go for a trade since it is showing a support at L4 and it is a down trade. We'll see. Yes, of course it is a typical trade. You can't enter very easily at this point. So it is a call position and you'll come to know about this call position only when it breaks. And the next day is a Sunday graph. Okay, Diwali setup. And we'll move on to the next day, that is on Monday. Again on Monday it is an uptrend CPR only and it is a gap down. So we don't have a price action since it is this Camarilla setup and this CPR setup is not according to this trade, right? So we just avoid taking a trade on 13th. And next day it is going to be Wednesday and it is a very huge gap up. So if you take a trade, it's up to you because taking a trade at this point, but always we'll wait for the market to come near to the 20 EMA and then we'll think about taking a trade. And the next day is an uptrend CPR and it is Thursday graph. Mostly if the market opens above the CPR, it will try to reverse. So that's what happened at this point. See, this second candle is showing it may reverse from that point. It's Thursday and it is a very good move. And we'll move on to the next day, that is Friday. And on Friday it's a flat opening, and see, it's breaking CPR. So breaking CPR will indicate a positive direction of the market. Maybe it's a place where you can take a trade, and also it is a 200 EMA support at this point. It's a stop loss day for 17th. Since it is a breaking of CPR, we are about the call position only for the market, but it's not happened. And we'll move on to the next day. It is going to be Monday, and on Monday it is a downtrend narrow CPR. And if you observe the first two candles, it's taking support and breaking, we'll see a price action at 200 EMA. If you see a price action at 200 EMA, it is a reversal from 200 EMA, and again it is a reversal from CPR. So overall it is a confusing market on Monday. So mostly Monday will be a breakout day. It will give us breakouts like H4 or L4 breakouts. Otherwise it will not be a good day to take a trade. So you should avoid taking a trade on third days. And on Tuesday it is a downtrend CPR, and it is a trade at gap up and H5. So reversal at this point is expected, but it's not happened. And yes, it is a stop loss day for us on Tuesday. And we'll move on to the next day. It is going to be Wednesday. On Wednesday, if there is no H3 or L3 inside the CPR, then it is going not to be a trendy day. And yes, it is not going to be a breakout or breakdown. So it is a clear reversal from this point, forming higher lows. So once it breaks CPR, we can think about taking a put position. But it's a 11 o'clock trade, so sometimes avoid taking a trade at 11 o'clock. And on 23rd, it's a Thursday graph, and it is at H3, right? So we'll see a price action at H3. It is a swing and again a swing, so maybe downside direction is possible, and it's confirmed at 10 o'clock. H3 reversal on Thursday. And on Friday again a flat opening. So on flat opening we can't take a trade on Friday. And on 28th, it's Tuesday. On Tuesday it's a downside CPR, and it is the first candle itself is a breaking of H3. So if you take a trade at this third candle, your target will be up to 19,800. If you see this 19,800 to 19,830 is just a 30 points, so you don't have a good setup to go for a trade. And on 29th, where is the graph? It is above H4, and it is Wednesday graph. Mostly it will try to be on the same direction, right? So on Wednesday it happened, and if you see this, it is a place where you can think about taking the call position. And then we go for Thursday graph, since it's almost a flat opening, and we'll see how it reacts. It's an uptrend CPR, so we may take a call at this point. And if you take a call at this point, 20,030 to 70, yes, of course it's a 50 points movement is okay for us, right? And that's all for November month, and we have almost 2 to 3 stop loss hit, and sometimes no trading days because of huge gap ups, right? And we have a good amount of target hitting for this November month. Overall, you will definitely be in a profit mode for this November month, and you have a mixture of difficult and normal simple trade setup for this November month. Okay, thank you. I hope this video will help you. Please subscribe to our channel.